right? Leading the team in receptions to the halfway point of the season. How do you feel like the first half is gone, and what do you think you can do to take it up even another notch in the second half?
I think the first half is going great. Obviously, like our offense is loaded. Myself, Tyler, Josh, Lenny. So, I'm just grateful. That Ben looks over there, and I just got to make him right whatever I'm doing. So, definitely cool. But like I said, we got a loaded offense. So, maybe one game I get a target, maybe the next game I get 6. I'm grateful either way.
We've talked a lot about the depth of wide receiver. You have a game, Tyler goes out, Jaden and Chris went down for a little bit. Does it feel seamless if it's Nick or younger guys, Drew Donnelly, popping in when those guys go out?
No, it shouldn't. Like that's the one thing that I talked about, before the season. The depth that we've had at receiver. You can just plug guys out there. Now, obviously, you want your guys out there. It's just a little different when I don't see Tyler out there jogging. I can't say a joke to him. So I got to make sure it's business. And it's always business with him, but you know what I mean. But yeah, those guys are ready. They stepped up. How about Blue's first catch since my freshman year? He had 2019. I remember it was at Marshall, and just to see like how far he's came, just to see like his turnaround is crazy, man. I'm excited for him to go the rest of the season. Yeah, so he's one of those guys that are plugged in, and I think you'll be seeing Drew down there soon too.
How do you personally approach a bye week, and then how do you, as one of the leaders of this team, make sure that they don't take their foot off the pedal?
Yeah, it's tough, man. Like you got a bye week, and especially you got people like dinged up and stuff like that. So it's easy just to say like, oh, like let's just take it off, let's just rest, But that's not how you get better. You gotta Coach Fick always says like, in this game you have to play it to get better. You can do all the classroom study and all this, but like you actually have to go out there and get the rest. So that's the biggest thing. Just understanding like we might not practice every day, but when we're out there, you gotta go. You gotta do what you gotta do. Whether you're out there for 50 reps, whether you're out there for 10. If you're out there for 10, you make sure you go those 10 reps. So I think that's kind of the approach I took. Being an older guy and obviously a leader, I probably wasn't going to be out there a ton, but when I was out there, I was giving everything that I had on those reps, so that way, I can look at the end of the day and say I got better.
The bye week can be a good chance for self-scouting. Did you do anything, whether it was you specifically or the wide receiver room in general, in terms of looking back at how the season's gone so far with you guys?
Yeah, it's so funny because I feel like I actually watched the game film too many times. Like I can tell you like exactly what's coming next play based off the numbers, and the plays aren't like in there. So yeah, you know what I mean. And the thing I like really when I go back, obviously I do. I'm hard on myself. I want to make sure like I want to see like how did I do that? How could I do that better? But the thing I love most is going back and looking at guys who were in the game that I didn't get to see. I'm out there with you, or I'm on the sideline, I'm looking at something else. But I actually get to go back in the film and watch it. Oh wow, this route by Blue. I didn't even see that. You know what I mean? So I do that a few times, or and I look at Tyler and think, oh man, I might need to steal that little bit, whatever, because I'm not out there. Normally we're out there together, but yeah, that's just kind of what I do. I go over and look, and then sometimes when I'm like extremely bored, and I mean I didn't already watch film of us like 5 times, I'll go look at the defense. I'm like, all right, I want to see this play by play, even though I'm over there watching on the sideline. But that's what I'll do.
Anybody on defense jump out at you?
Definitely. I mean, it's different. Those guys fly around, man, and they just hit. But one thing that really impressed me, like this past game, it was I think their quarterback almost broke a long run, and I just saw Ty just fly, and then I saw Eric Phillips. I'm like, oh my goodness, man! Like, you see it in practice, because that's what we teach. You 4 to 6 A to B, but like just to see it in the game setting was cool.
You mentioned going back and watching plays. How many times did you watch Jaden's touchdown? And has he stopped talking about it yet?
Man, I'm so happy for him. I don't know if he stopped talking about it yet. I think it pops up every day somehow. You know what I mean? He just he kind of reminds us, like, yeah, like, I did that, which is good for him, man. He's a heck of a player, and I honestly, I don't think that could have been the most fitting first touchdown there is. I mean, you make about 5 guys miss, like that'll forever be in stone. So yeah, I mean, I still watch it because at the end, I mean, I was tired. We were going tempo, and somehow I just jumped on his back, and I just remember telling him, like, I'm sorry, man. I couldn't get a block for you. I was too tired, but hey, he just made them all miss. So crazy play.
Ask Coach Fick about this, but with 2 back-to-back road trips coming up, is it hard to like not look ahead at all and maybe couple those 2 road trips together, or do you just take it the first one before worrying about the second?
I think the good thing about that is like you have 2 good road games right back to back. So I don't think it's like, well, we play this team next week, or like, yeah, we play this team this week and that team. Like you got 2 back to back. You know what I mean? So I don't think we can get caught slipping in the next week because we have to get this week done. You know, and I like that. You know, honestly, because you know I think that happens everywhere, not just here. You know, you look down the road and like, oh well, you know what I mean? They're doing pretty well. Obviously, you know, you have bias. You watch some of the teams and you see them and stuff like that. So I don't think we'll be caught slipping about that. You know, we know that SMU is a really good team. You know, we played them here last year on our senior day, and it went really well for us. And I'm pretty sure that they have us targeted. I don't know if it's their homecoming guy, but I heard something like that. And so I know they're going to come out firing. You know, they just got to win last week versus Navy, so it'll be a good game.
Big touchdown for AP on Sunday. Thoughts on it?
It was funny because immediately I got a text from Michael Young about that. And he was like, AP doing AP things. Like, what happened? So I immediately rushed to my phone and I go look, and it looked just like what he did here at Cincinnati. You know, AP doing AP things. You know, he's just a freak, and it still just doesn't feel real. Seeing all of those guys doing what they're doing at the next level, man, it just brings much hope to a lot of guys here as well. But it's cool.
Sauce on the cheesehead.
Man, I saw that and I was like, dang, man, Josiah plays over there. like how does that feel? And I'm like, you know what, man, it's the NFL, man. He had a heck of a game, and you know he's just being himself. So you know that you can't complain about that. You know, obviously I feel a little bad for Josiah. I don't know if they exchanged jerseys or not. I mean, but he put the cheese head on at their field, man. That's tough. But good win for them.
Are you going to steal the Jaden moves? We plan on implementing that in any game?
I want to. I don't want to say I want to steal his moves, but I mean, it's funny because he's always been shifty like that. You know, like myself and like a Tyler. Like, Tyler's pretty shifty too, but like, you know, it's just kind of hard to like you get in open space like that because you rep it in practice, but that's not something you rep because we're not tackling all the time. So, you know, that's just something like you gotta have in this skill. But I do want to, like, before I leave, you know, that's one of my checklists. You know, to make a few guys do what he did and score a touchdown with it. You know, it's not the same if you do it and you get tackled. So that's definitely one of my goals for sure.
Any other questions for Trey? Thank you.
Thanks, Jordan.